Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Penapple and today I am building a mermaid apartment. If you're interested in this build, you can download it off of the gallery. My origin ID is penappleYT. I have uploaded it as one room, so, you know, fingers crossed that you could find it. And then download it. I think it's under a kitchen, which they should have just made that option for apartments. Anyways, it's too early in the morning and it's too early in the video to get this salty because we were going to Salt Town. But anyways, so I actually started this build like months ago. Like you can see here, I'm using the little decals we got from the Diwali pack, the holiday stuff pack where they included some like stuff for Diwali. That was about when I built it, like immediately after that. And so I built it before we had the pets or laundry day or even the Christmas like holiday update, the Australian one, like the tropical Christmas. So anyways, it got put on the back burner, and the reason why you're seeing it now is because I'm working on this gigantic modern beach house, and it's huge and it's taking forever, and I knew I couldn't finish it in time. So basically I hopped into this, updated it with the new stuff packs and game packs and holiday packs, and am now presenting it to you. So here we go. But before I get too far into everything, I just wanted to give a big thank you to anybody who's new, or, you know, coming to this after watching the, laundry day and base game build. I think that amazingly popular. I'm a little scared. Like, honestly, like, I'm a little nervous because, like, in a matter of 5 days, it's gotten almost 5,000 views, which is unheard of on my channel. Like, I've gotten 5,000, like, views on a video before on, like, a couple, you know, but one of those was part of a really huge collab with a lot of other people, Brindleton Bay's collab, and the other one was like, it took it months to get there. And so I'm just like, how far is this gonna go? Oh my gosh. But anyways, stuff like that makes me nervous sometimes. But yeah, this apartment ended up being super cluttered, so I apologize. I play tested everything for once in my life. I actually play tested stuff and adjusted things that need to be adjusted, so it should all work, even though it's cluttered so much. It's cluttered beyond my own taste, but I was at this point where I was like, just add more. That's the solution. But yeah, so I have a couple of stories to tell. The first one, back to the jogging. Okay, so if you don't know, I recently picked up jogging. I am not a fit person. I exercise a fair amount, but like I'm still just not a very fit person. But I was so offended, okay? You guys are gonna laugh so hard at this. Okay, so yesterday, and this is what, like, yesterday I had one of the best jogs I've ever had. Like, I have a Fitbit and record stuff, and so, at least according to my Fitbit, according to the little piece of, like, metal attached to my wrist, that was one of the best, like, jogs I've ever had. Not the best exercise, but the best jog. But towards the very end of it, like when I jog, I run, or like I jog for as long as I can, and then I take a walk break, and then once like either the stitch in my side goes away or I like can breathe again, I'll go back to jogging. I honestly have no idea if that's how you're supposed to do it, but that's how I'm doing it. So anyways, but I was doing that, and so I like was I was jogging and I passed this like tall skinny dude who was carrying groceries, and I passed him. Which, you know, no big deal. Like, you know, I'm jogging, he's walking. I stop jogging, I take a walk break, and he passes me without having jogged. He's just carrying his groceries, just walking at a moderate pace, not winded at all. And I'm like, and I guess walking so slow, or I guess I just jog very slowly, which I would not doubt. But, so anyways, so I'm like, okay, I'm a little disappointed. But now I realize I have to do the awkward thing where I'm not done jogging. Like, I'm gonna get back up and jog again. And I did end up passing him a second time, which is even worse in a way, because I feel like I'm now being like, I don't even know. I got so self-conscious about it. And so then Then I had to take another break. I actually was like on cool down time now. Like I was almost back to my apartment. I was like cooling down. I was walking. You guys, he passed me a second time. He was just walking. He was carrying his groceries and I'm literally jogging / walking, but that still was like, oh my God, I'm so slow. Okay. Oh my gosh. Like, I don't know. I get self-conscious when I run, I think, or jog. And I just, like, when I walk by people, I try to, like, slow down my breathing to make it seem like I'm not struggling as much as I am. And so it's just really awkward, I think. I don't know. But, like, oh my gosh. Anyways, we're into the build. I really like some of the pieces I've done here. Like, the skateboard. Oh, I love it. That couch really kind of almost inspired the whole thing. That couch has always like just screamed mermaid to me. And so here I'm using the Die Now sort of wall statue, and I like it. It fits the theme. It's so, I don't know. It's so modern maybe. I can't get on board with it. I don't know why, but I just can't. Like maybe I need to build an aquarium or something, because that's like perfect for an aquarium, but I just couldn't get on board with it. And like this, I started building this before the size down tool was a thing. And even when I tried to size it down, then it left this huge gap underneath, which looking back, I realized I could have filled with this one object from City Living. But instead I put in the aquarium, which ended up being like the main focus of the intro. I feel like I was like, oh my gosh, you guys, we have fish. I feel like that was the intro, was me like being like, look at this cool aquarium, we got fish, guys. Okay. So I am recording this pretty early in the morning. It's not that early. It's 8:40, but I got a lot more positive feedback on the quality of my voice as being more calm in the morning, seeing as I'm, I guess, too tired to be alive. But also, I almost forgot a fridge. There's no fridge in the kitchen right now, so that would have been bad. I feel like that's a very common thing to forget in the apartments, is a fridge, just because you're working with such a small space and you can't change the dimensions of it per se. So, anyways, but seeing as this is a mermaid build, I will talk about my experiences swimming. You guys all know the story of the time I almost drowned. And I didn't, because I was my parents taught me how to, I went to swim class from a really young age. That's another video. You can go find that. It's a riot. I forget what video it is. I'll link it just because that's a fun video. I enjoyed that one. But anyways, so my cousins had a pool. My cousins live in Pennsylvania, and so we would go visit them every summer. And so honestly, guys, Pennsylvania is like my definition of like a tropical area. That sounds weird, but like I live in Washington, born and raised, and Washington State. And we just don't really, our summers are so mild, so temperate. Like, it's very, very rare for us to get, up to 90 and beyond. And when we do, it's almost never humid. It's a very shockingly dry heat, considering Washington is, the rainy state. So, anyways, so Pennsylvania has always been, very, in my mind, very, warm and tropical. I feel like anyone who's ever been to Pennsylvania or who lives there is probably just, looking at their screen what is this woman talking about? But anyways, so we had a pool there, and that's where I'd always swim, and my cousins were always so much faster at swimming than me, because, they had a pool, but I was always, really, wah. But one time we would pretend to be mermaids in the pool, and so we were doing this thing where we were twisting ourselves around in the water, launching off the wall and spinning around and doing mermaid tricks, and I literally gave myself a concussion. I pushed off of the wall, did a spinning turn, and just went directly for the bottom of the pool. I was in the shallow end, and I just conked my head so hard. Oh my gosh, it almost makes me nauseous just thinking about it now. I felt so bad afterwards, oh my gosh, and I was forbidden to go back in the pool, at all. So, oh my gosh. I think we're getting close to about the point in the build where I start adding, like changing up some stuff, taking away some things, especially that porthole window, just because I love the mint color. Like, oh yes, I'm like raising my arms in celebration over here, like that mint colored window. I'm so glad I really got to use it in a way that really fits. So yeah, and I think that really helps. It's just so cute. I love what it did to this build. It's perfect. Oh, also, speaking of the fridge, I looked at my notes, that's why I'm not completely like random out of the blue. I mean, I am, but the fridge that I put in here, it has water on it. It like moves, and so now it's even more perfect. It's the best fridge, I guess, for this apartment. Oh, here we are. So now we're into the new stuff. So just let me change around some things, see it get even more cluttered. One of my favorite things I added, and also least favorite at the same time, was I added the fish buoys to the curtains to make it make it look more like water themed, but that adds a lot of clutter, and so I almost wish I had taken away one of them or something, or I don't know. There is a lot going on, you know, but I think we have enough time. Oh, we have a fair amount of time, but I will tell one more story. Probably not. I'll probably tell another story. I'll come up with something else. But anyways, I can't even. Okay. So I was on the swim team back when I was in like 9th grade, and my school was a really small school. The swim team, we had the minimum amount of people. I think it was like 5 people on our swim team, so that we would qualify as a school for a swim team in the competitions. And you should have seen the relay races, because like whenever we would do a relay race, we had to have like all, like, I think we had to have, I forget how many people, but it was either half to the whole team would be in the relay swims, and I was so slow, you guys. I was so slow. I'm a slow swimmer. I was such a slow swimmer, and I would bring them down every time. And like at the end of like the season, you know, they pass out all the awards, like best team player, like blah blah blah. I got the most improved. And I just always remember that as being like the, wow, she sucked the most on the team, but hey, she sucks a little bit less. Oh my gosh. I've never been like very physically fit. Like I try my best to exercise and do stuff and get stuff in. Like right now I'm trying to jog like 3 times a week and do yoga twice a week, but like I don't usually get all of that. Like I'll usually get yoga at least once and jog at least twice. So, but anyways. It's a work in progress, for which I have no high hopes. But I feel like I had one more story to tell, and then I forgot it. Well, this decal here, I couldn't delete it, and I didn't want it anymore. I couldn't delete it without undoing a whole bunch of changes or something, and I don't know. I was just annoyed with it, so I ended up just adding more decals. Oh my gosh. It reminds me, like, I don't even know what it reminds me of. I'm, like, rambling now. We are coming up towards the end of the build, I think. Like, oh my gosh, can I be released from the torture of, like, trying to talk to the camera? Or not the camera, to the microphone. I'm so tired. Guys. Okay. Whew. We're good. I'm trying to think of a fun parting story that's really short, but I can't, except for to say that skinny boy who passed me twice while I was supposed to be jogging, I am forever scarred. He was as cool as a cucumber. He was just totally chill, and I'm like dying, and he's still faster than me. It was awful. It was truly horrendous. Okay. Anyways, I hope that you guys all had a really great day and that you enjoyed this build. If you did, feel free to give me a comment, or subscribe, especially if you're interested in being notified as to when my next build is. I usually post every Saturday, kind of, sort of. We're getting back into it. Also, next week, the modern beach build should be up. I don't know why I'm in a summer mood right now. It's like the middle of winter, and I'm like, no, guys, it's summer. but it should be up. I'm working on it. It's gonna be really cool. I am so excited. But I hope that you guys are all having a really great day. I probably already said that. Well, I meant it, so you can calm down now, okay? I just yell at people before I leave. Bye, guys.